Hi, I'm Byte. In this video, we're going to learn how to make a computer do addition, just like we do in math class. We'll use easy examples, then we'll give the computer simple instructions to do the same thing, using labels to remember the numbers. Let's start. Today we're going to talk about a math operation called addition. Addition uses the plus sign to add two numbers together. Awesome! Let's do a quick example to warm up our brains. We want to add the numbers 2 and 3. In math, we write it like this. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Here's how to read it. First, we write the first number, 2. Then we write the plus sign, plus. Then we write the second number, 3. Then we write the equal sign, equals. And finally, we write the answer, the result, which is 5. Okay, we solved it with our brains. But computers don't have brains like us, so how do they do it? Do they think? Nope. Do they guess? Nope. A computer is like a super fast robot helper. It only does what we tell it to do. So when we give it the right instructions, it can do the math perfectly. Those instructions are written using something called a programming language. But don't worry, it's not a scary monster word. Think of it like a secret robot language. It's how we tell the computer, hey, do this. And the computer goes, beep, okay. So a programming language is just the way humans and computers talk to each other, like a friendly translator between us. All right, now it's time to meet today's programming language, Python. And yes, Python has a snake logo. But don't worry, it's a friendly snake. Python is a language we use to give the computer instructions, like add these numbers. So when you see Python, just think robot instructions made easy. Python? Why are you on the beach? Come back here. Class is starting. All right, we caught Python. Now, how can we make a computer do an addition operation using the Python language? Good news. It's not as difficult as it might sound. We're going to use the same logic we use in math class. For our first mission today, we'll add two numbers we already know. And we'll use the same example from earlier. 2 plus 3 equals 5. For a computer to do an addition operation, it needs two things. First, the two numbers, like 2 and 3. Second, the operation symbol, the plus sign. Once we give the computer those, it can follow the instructions and do the math. Now, I have two big questions for you to think about. Number 1, what if the numbers change later? And number 2, what if I want to use 2 and 3 again without rewriting them? How do we handle that in Python? All right, to answer these questions, we're going to learn a brand new concept called labels. Think of labels like name tags. They help us keep track of things so we don't get confused. All right, so what are labels and why do we need them? Let me show you with a quick box game. Look. These boxes are open, so we can easily see what's inside. This one has apples, this one has oranges, and this one has lemons. Easy. Now I'm going to close the boxes. Uh-oh, now we can't see inside anymore. So if someone asks, which box has the apples, we'd probably say, I don't know. So how do we fix that? We add labels. Labels are like name tags. They tell us what's inside, even when the box is closed. Now we can still know apples, oranges, and lemons. And now watch this. I'm going to move the boxes around. But we're still not confused, because the labels stayed with the boxes. So even if the boxes switch places, the labels tell us exactly what's inside. All right, so for a computer to do an addition operation, it needs two important things. First, it needs the two numbers we want to add, like 2 and 3. But remember, computers like things organized. So instead of just throwing numbers at the computer, we can give the numbers labels, like putting them into named boxes. Here's what that looks like in Python. I'm going to make two labels, first number and second number. When I write first number equals 2, it means put the number 2 inside the box labeled first number. And when I write second number equals 3, it means put the number 3 inside the box labeled second number. So now the computer can remember the numbers even if we don't see them. Next, the computer needs the operation symbol, and today that symbol is the plus sign. The plus sign tells the computer, take the two numbers and add them together. Now we can do the addition using the labels instead of writing the numbers again. When we write first number plus second number, the computer looks inside the first number box and finds 2. Then it looks inside the second number box and finds 3, and then it adds them. 2 plus 3. And here's a really helpful trick. We can save the answer in a new labeled box called result. When we write result equals first number plus second number, it means take the answer of the addition and put it inside the box labeled result. So now result is holding the answer, which is 5. And anytime we want the answer again, we can just use the label result. All right, quick recap of what we did here. First, we made a label called first number, and we stored the number 2 inside it. Then, we made another label called second number, and stored the number 3 inside it. Next, we told Python to add the two labeled numbers together. Result equals first number plus second number. That means take what's inside first number and second number, add them, and save the answer in a new label called result. And finally, we used print, open parenthesis, result, close parenthesis. Print is like telling the computer, show me the answer on the screen. So the computer prints the result, which is 5. All right, and that's our first Python addition mission complete. We learned how to put numbers into labeled boxes, add them together, and print the answer. But here's the fun part. In the next video, we're going to open a real online Python playground and run this code for real. We'll press run, watch the computer do the math, and then we'll change the numbers to see what happens. So get ready, because next time you'll see Python do addition like magic.